Land Rover Defender repairs. Land Rover is a British brand of predominantly four-wheel drive, off-road capable vehicles, owned by multinational car manufacturer Jaguar Land Rover. Since 2008 a subsidiary of India's Tata Motors. JLR currently builds Land Rovers in Brazil, China, India, Slovakia, and the United Kingdom. From modest off-roader to luxuriously appointed overlander, the 2021 Land Rover Defender offers an adventure mobile with undeniable capability and desirability. Its design is technically retro, but it represents a modern twist on the legendary Defender from the previous generation. A turbocharged four-cylinder engine is standard and a turbo inline six-cylinder with a hybrid assist feature is optional. A host of off-road technologies are standard or optional, and all models come with all-wheel drive and a fully independent suspension. More advanced options are found on higher-end models or part of myriad packages. The Defender has few rivals, with several of them also wear Land Rover badges. But when it comes to conquering difficult terrain, few SUVs can truly keep pace. To properly maintain your Land Rover Defender, it's important to follow the manufacturer's recommended service schedule. Here's a general guideline for Land Rover Defender service intervals. Oil change. Change the engine oil and oil filter every 5,000 to 7,500 miles or every 6 to 12 months, depending on your driving conditions. Tire rotation. Rotate the tires every 6,000 to 8,000 miles to ensure even tire wear. Brake inspection. Check the brake system, including pads, rotors, and brake fluid, every 15,000 to 20,000 miles. Air filter. Replace the engine air filter every 15,000 to 30,000 miles to maintain proper airflow to the engine. Cabin air filter. Replace the cabin air filter every 15,000 to 30,000 miles for clean air inside the vehicle. Spark plugs. Replace spark plugs every 30,000 to 60,000 miles, or as recommended by the manufacturer. Transmission service. Change the transmission fluid and filter every 30,000 to 60,000 miles. Coolant flush. Perform a coolant flush and replacement every 40,000 to 60,000 miles to prevent overheating and corrosion. Drive belts. Inspect and replace drive belts if necessary, usually every 60,000 to 90,000 miles. Fuel filter. Replace the fuel filter every 60,000 to 100,000 miles to maintain fuel system efficiency. Differential fluid. Change the differential fluid every 60,000 to 100,000 miles to ensure proper lubrication. Timing belt. If your Land Rover Defender has a timing belt, replace it according to the manufacturer's recommendation, usually around 60,000 to 100,000 miles. Suspension inspection. Regularly inspect the suspension components for wear and damage, especially if you frequently drive on rough terrain. Battery. Inspect and test the battery's performance regularly, especially if it's more than 3 years old. Fluid levels. Check all fluid levels, including brake fluid, power steering fluid, and washer fluid, regularly. General inspection. Perform a comprehensive inspection of the vehicle's systems and components to catch any potential issues early. It's important to note that service intervals can vary based on factors such as driving conditions, climate, and vehicle usage. Always consult your vehicle's owner's manual for the manufacturer's recommended service schedule specific to your Land Rover Defender model. Additionally, consider having your vehicle serviced by a certified Land Rover technician to ensure that the work is done correctly and that genuine Land Rover parts are used.